How does professional stress affect pregnancy hormones? New studies from the World Health Organization are saying that working women, and by that they mean women who are employed, just like us. These people are subjected to immense stress because of their jobs, and they also experience significant tension from constantly interacting with the public. Right now, we've entered a truly difficult period. Honestly, communicating with the public has genuinely become quite challenging. I mean, sometimes in my line of work, I often find myself saying that dealing with people demands patience, then more patience, and then even more patience. Any external interaction with other people now exposes all of us to stress. Our Master Omar ibn al-Khattab once made a statement that a time would come upon people when goodness itself would be found in the isolation of individuals. Why is this particular statement so pertinent today? Because current studies indicate that a working woman is more susceptible to infertility than a woman who works as a homemaker, or as we say, a housewife. Because the woman who is a housewife, she's just at home eating, drinking, and sleeping. While her husband goes out to work, he's the one taking all the hits, enduring the sun and dealing with all the stress. And she's at home taking care of the children, eating at her leisure, drinking at her leisure, and her body is relaxed. She can go out, exercise, visit her friend. Nothing stresses her. But working women like us are people whose lives are not truly in their hands. They leave early in the morning to work and interact with many people. All of this greatly affects their sleep patterns. Their hours of sleep are simply not enough. We have to put in very long working hours. We don't eat properly like normal people usually do. And sometimes we stay awake late into the night for extended periods. And quite often, we don't manage to eat properly. We don't have any time at all to engage in physical exercise. And our diet could be entirely based on ready-made food delivery. And all of this is very unhealthy food. Therefore, you'll find that we will have insulin resistance. Medical studies indicate that if the insulin hormone in your body isn't properly regulated, I warn you, insulin resistance now, if your body's cells resist the insulin hormone. So what does that mean, doctor? Resisting the insulin hormone, it means it's not letting insulin from the blood into the cell. And as a result, you as a viewer will find yourself overweight. You'll find yourself obese. Doctor, I have a belly that just won't go away. Doctor, I'm on a diet, but I'm not losing weight. Doctor, I have a goiter. Doctor, I'm one of those people who are always depressed and constantly anxious. And I'm always looking for problems. This constant stress has certainly raised your cortisol hormone levels. And the cortisol hormone is an enemy to the insulin hormone. And this has caused you to have high blood pressure, and it has also led to hair loss. Now, women often come to the clinic and tell me, Doctor, I went to a dermatologist to treat my acne. She told me, you should go see a gynecologist as it's possible you have insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is one of the most common symptoms that are often associated with polycystic ovary syndrome. When I perform an ultrasound, I don't find polycystic ovaries. I tell her, look, your ultrasound is completely normal. So doctor, what could be the reason? I tell her, go get a blood test called insulin resistance. This procedure is carried out after you've abstained from eating for 6 to 8 hours. You can certainly drink water, but consuming any food is absolutely forbidden. And if the number goes above 3, this means if your insulin resistance test result is over 3, you have high insulin resistance. And at that point, we must improve our lifestyle. So how do we improve it, doctor? We should walk at least 30 minutes every day, 5 days a week. And if you can manage to go out and walk every single day for the entire week, that would be great. You need to cut out something called rice, and you also need to cut out white sugar, and you must cut out anything called white bread. You should replace them. Yes, but what exactly should I replace them with? Well, I have oat bread available. Regarding the other alternative options. All right, doctor, what exactly should my daily diet consist of? We should really focus on consuming plenty of fresh vegetables and green leafy fibers. This means things like arugula, cucumber, green onions, spinach, lettuce, and similar healthy items. And we must completely stay away from chips, cola, instant noodles, and all kinds of nuts. We can eat raw nuts, just a small handful, not a whole big packet. Don't go and get sunflower seeds and eat them all in one sitting. What is all of that really? It's just oils and high cholesterol in your body that will mess up your entire system. There's also something very important to consider. Who is it that experiences all of this? It's the working woman. So the work environment, no matter what it is, truly affects you. Now you might ask me, Doctor, what exactly does this imply? Does it mean we should just stay home and not work at all? Absolutely not. but we can definitely try to manage ourselves better at work. You are in a work environment, so you need to try and control your emotions. There's absolutely nothing in this world that's worth getting yourself so stressed and upset. Try every day to do walking exercise to get rid of this stress. Numerous studies suggest that engaging in physical exercise every single day, even for just 30 minutes, can significantly alleviate polycystic ovary syndrome for you as a woman. It helps to reduce insulin resistance, lessens your overall stress, and brings down the level of that hormone, the cortisol hormone within your body, to its absolute lowest possible levels. If you want to know if women in the workplace are more prone to infertility, I tell you, yes, unfortunately, they are more susceptible to infertility, weak ovulation, and irregular periods. And this, unfortunately, I see a lot in my own work environment. A short story, but before I end this video, I saw a lady who came to my clinic. She told me, "Doctor, I work from home. I prepare food orders online and sell them online." She told me, "I stand in the kitchen for 12 hours. 12 hours I'm on my feet." I asked her, "Well, maybe during those 12 hours you sit down and eat." She's actually overweight. She told me, "Doctor, I swear to God, I'm not eating. I have no appetite for food, but I just sit in the kitchen making food for others." This woman's period is still irregular. She's overweight and can't lose weight. She got pregnant once under my care but miscarried. You're probably going to ask me, why, doctor? Because their egg quality is naturally quite poor. Lifestyle modification and indeed adjusting one's way of life has a very significant impact on improving the quality of eggs. Even the man who is constantly stressed, you'll find him smoking, whether it's cigarettes or shisha, and he will likely have abnormalities in his semen. Stress and the work environment impact our careers as women. I would only advise it in one specific situation. If you're working in a specialty you simply can't give up, or if you work certain hours. And I'd like to share with you that as a gynecologist, I've started to organize my life. I don't go into work every single day. I work every other day, giving myself a much needed break. I practice my profession more like a hobby now, and I am completely prepared to stay at home one day. Because if this constant stress is going to give me high blood pressure and diabetes and insulin resistance, and it will weaken my egg quality and ultimately affect my fertility, and this pressure can cause me a lot of stress. This pressure and the resulting stress could potentially lead to, if I were to become pregnant, premature birth and preeclampsia. I truly don't want all of this burden. Since men are the providers and protectors of women, let's relax and always try to choose good friends and a positive work environment. I hope this video was enjoyable for you and truly met your approval. This has been Dr. Hegazi, your obstetrician and gynecologist. Ramadan Mubarak to you all, and may all your coming years be filled with goodness.